Hi folks, how you all doing? And today I want to talk to you about illustration agents. Now I'm going to split this video up into two parts, a story that I've got for you and maybe some tips as well. So, illustration agents, why am I making this video today? Well, like I said, a bit of a story for you. So, I've been freelance for what, over 15 years now? Before that I worked as an art director and creative director for advertising agencies, sorry. Yes, and after that I went freelance, and freelance was good, is good, should I say. I'm a professional freelancer. So, yes, loving this, but not long after I went freelance, I decided to get myself an agent, an illustration agent, and started off well, bringing me jobs, good jobs from large companies, even companies like Marvel. Yes, brilliant. Lot of good jobs actually. But after a while, I noticed that these jobs weren't as well paid as they should have been. The cut that he was taking, I think, was a bigger cut than it was supposed to be. Also, I don't know. I was being asked to do styles that I wasn't particularly, they weren't my style. And I ended up getting known for being the guy who could do any style at any deadline. Also because he was always asking for jobs to be done ASAP, ASAP, which is very annoying. You know, the jobs that I was getting myself, clients tended to be like, yeah, you've got loads of time, anytime this month, couple of weeks. But jobs that he was bringing me was ASAP, has to be done next couple of days. Very annoying. The briefs that he writes tends to be very wordy, no sketches, no. It's just, you know, it's very disorientated briefs. You know, you don't really know where you're going. You have to do kind of a few different sketches before you've got it pinned. You know where you're going with it. So, realistically, hard to work for an agent like that. I've worked for a couple of different agents. Some are better than others, but ultimately it's better to work for yourself than it is for an agent. That's my loose thought, especially with that agent, but agents in general tend to all follow that kind of broad overview, especially compared to working for yourself. Now, the reason I'm shooting this video today is because that particular agent rang me up. I haven't spoken to him for about 6 years, but he rang me up a couple of days ago, as if we'd never stopped speaking to each other. All right, Lawrence, how you doing? It's, let's call him Simone. It's not his real name, but it's close enough. Hi, Lawrence, it's Simone. How you doing? Got a job for you. It needs doing ASAP, just like he always said. This is style, and it's not my style. Never was. Just like he always kind of said. Hello, train. Got this job. This is how much it is. It's not what I would have charged for it. Obviously, he's got to have his profit, which I understand. But, sorry, I've got this on a tripod-y thing, one-arm tripod. And, yeah, so, again, all three boxes ticked. Not what I would have charged. Not my style, and ASAP. So all of his old tricks is straight up to. But he's speaking to me like we spoke yesterday on the phone, and we haven't. And I find that a bit. And he's not even bothered to ask how my family are, how I really am, and you know, it just. I find that a bit. I don't know, a bit. You know, it's like slimy Simone. So yeah. A bit off-putting. But regardless, I'm a nice guy, I accepted the job. So, that's why I'm making the video. That's why I tend not to like agents in general. So, tips for working with agents. Try not to, in general. That's my first tip. Don't let them give you crap. If you're going to work with an agent, whether you're professional, have been for a while, or whether you're just getting started out, never accept a crap brief from them. Because if you accept a crap brief from them, then you're the one who's going to be doing loads of amends. Now, they're always going to try and offload a crap brief to you, Why? Because a crap brief means that the reason they do this is because giving you a crap brief means they do less work in the beginning themselves. If they have to sit down, write a decent brief, get some sketches from the client, do some sketches themselves, because most of them are artists, that means them putting in like a few hours, even half a day or something themselves to write a really good brief, which means the job gets done faster. They don't want to do that. They hate doing things like that because it means them putting in the work. That means more time for them. They don't want to do that. But writing a really crappy brief, they can knock that out in like an hour. But ultimately, that means more work for you. Horrible, because it means more amends for you. It means you have to do a first draft, send it over. It's not right. You have to do a second draft once they give you a little more of an explanation. Yeah. So only accept a decent brief from them, even if it means they have to work harder, their client has to work harder. They really don't want to ask their client to work harder. Because that means, they might have to charge the client more money, or they might have to give you a bigger cut of their money. That's the thing they really want to get away from. So that's the first tip. Second tip is if you're a new artist or a new to agents, is you're probably going to send out 100 emails to 100 artists, and you're probably going to start at the better agents. But agents get 100 emails a day from loads of different artists at all levels. People who shouldn't be freelance artists. Sorry, guys. People who are just starting out as freelance, people who are top flight professional artists, and they don't get time to read them all, and that's probably why you're not getting a response. So ultimately, that's it. So you just got to keep bombarding them and bombarding them and bombarding them, and if you're good enough, you eventually get a response. These days, they're not really reading your stuff. If they want somebody, they'll go look for somebody, and it's normally on Behance and ArtStation. So you've really just got to make sure that you're out there on social media making yourself look good to them. Sending them emails and even things in the post that's really old hat. You can send them nice letters saying, please go and have a look at my artwork on ArtStation, Behance. I think even Behance might be a little old hat, but yeah, it is what it is. I won't say anything about that because it is still a great place. I think streaming is a good way. YouTube's a good way because it lets them know your personality and, what you might be like to work with, even like this. If they get a bit of who you are, then it lets them know that you might be a reliable, good personality. Hi. But I don't want to work with agents, really. Not unless you're a really good agent. But I'm better than Simone. Anyway, another tip. So, anything that an agent can do, you can do. As long as you're charismatic, you can market yourself, and you're good at talking to people, you're friendly, then you can do anything an agent can do. And that way you don't have to let somebody else skim off your profits. And if you're worried that you're not good enough, well, there's hundreds of YouTube videos teaching you all of these skills, even being charismatic. Yeah, believe it or not. Of course, I am naturally that way. But yeah, think about that 20-30%, or even somebody like Slimy Simone, who's probably, and I was sure on some jobs, he's skimming off like 50 or 60%. That's why I didn't want to work with him. Yeah. So go and teach yourself those talents and skills, and you won't have to pay someone awful to get those percentages. You could be making every penny for yourself. So there you go. There's a few tips. There's my horrible story all in the bag for yourself. Comment below, ask as many questions as you like, and I will answer you back. I'll speak to you guys later. Anything else you want to know, drop it below. And yeah, generally have a nice day, hopefully in the sun like this. Ciao for now. Speak to you all later. Bye bye. Oh, one more thing. If you know what my hat says, yeah, put it below as well. I know what it says.